communities. My name is Amanda, your host of Doing the Most Media. We have a daily feature, our first Saturday feature here this Saturday. And we have, before we get into that, we will go over our community guidelines as usual. Per our usual, we're going to go ahead and be engaged, and please ask questions. Please feel free to comment, like, and share anything that's shared here in this interview process. Please be respectful because everyone here is sharing their personal stories, and they're sharing their journey to being in business, to entrepreneurship. That's never easy. So respect is always required here in this space. It's a safe zone. We're a community of being connected, and we want to connect small businesses and the community that they serve. So without further ado, we're going to meet the co-founders of K&D Goddess. We have Sakinyah and we have Ms. Dierdre here. They are the co-founder, CEO, and executive vice president of K&D Goddess. Good morning, and thank you for joining us.
Good morning. How's everyone doing? How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing well. No complaints here.
That's
Good.
Glad to hear.
So before we jump into anything business, please introduce yourselves and share how you know each other with the community.
Alrighty. Well, hi, I'm Sakinyah. I'm the CEO.
Hi, and I'm Dierdre. I am the EVP, and we are the founders of K&D Goddess.
And we know each other because we're mother and daughter. As most people probably already can tell, we look just alike. But yes, we're mother and daughter.
Yes, nice to have you here, mom and daughter. So this morning, I wanted to thank you for joining us, and I want to start by sharing some basics with the community. Will you please give a bit of a backstory about how you decided to, one, go into business, and two, go into business together?
Well, it came naturally to us because of the hair and skin care that I gave to Sakinyah and myself over the years. And with her also taking an interest in it and going to cosmetology school while she was in high school. So we just decided to collab, and it came together very easily for both of us.
Yeah. And once the pandemic hit, I had to pretty much be home full time with my children. And I saw, how everything was going on in the world. And my takeaway from it was, do what makes you happy. Do what, excites you. And hair has always been a passion of mine that I kind of put on the back burner for a minute. And like I said, over the last, year, with everything going on, I just, decided to say, let me give my mom a call one day. And I was like, maybe, it might not be a bad idea if we, go into business together and provide the world with products that we've been making, ourselves, for ourselves, for our family members and friends for years now. And it just kind of went on from there.
That's wild, that transition. It seems like it was a full circle moment coming back around to hair and skin.
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
That's 100%. Awesome. So how long, so it sounds like pretty much both of your lives, you've been working in dealing with hair and skincare concerns. Was this something that, besides just the pandemic, was there any other planning that you have maybe spoken about it before and said, hey, this is something we might do? And then just all of a sudden, during the pandemic, it just became a very real thing?
We knew we wanted to start a family business together. We just didn't know specifically 100% what it would be. Right. And once the pandemic hit and, resources were limited, we couldn't find certain products. We kind of just reverted back to what we had originally been doing, making our own conditioners, making our own deep conditioners, making our own facial scrubs and things of that nature. And once we had to do that, like you said, it kind of just came back full circle. And I think the pandemic just kind of pushed and gave us the nudge, because if I didn't have to be home full time, and if I didn't, say, hey, maybe we should think about this, and speaking with my mom, I don't think if the pandemic didn't happen, it probably, K&D probably would have happened in the long run, but not so quickly. So
Yes.
I guess thank you to the pandemic for once.
Change, and this just goes to show and highlight that you guys took something that was maybe a negative or something that wasn't so positive
Right.
and turned it into a positive for yourselves. That's amazing.
That was the goal.
I'm sorry. This explains that there is a focus on customer service and uniqueness. I wonder, where does this come from? And what do you feel, is this something that you feel makes your brand stand out in comparison to other hair and skincare brands?
Well, we both come from a human resources and customer service background. So, reaching your customer and understanding their needs and, the different types of hair you have, the different types of skin, the different types of conditions that people have because, illnesses, allergies, all of those things play into, the products that you use, whether you realize it or not. So it definitely was, something that was one of our main focus, the customer service. And then with the uniqueness, our brand stands out because we feel it's extremely important due to us both having sensitive scalps and skin. It was pertinent throughout our lives to make sure we used certain products. And then there's products that you use and they may work at first, and then you'll have, dry scalp, itchy scalp, you'll have face, irritation to your face, irritation to your skin from the product. So 100% all natural products was very important to us. And we did, thorough research, thorough testing, before we even went live with this whole product of putting this line out. So, again, it being all natural, vegan, paraben free, platelet free, and 100% handmade, was very important. So we feel that is the uniqueness to the company, to the brand itself, and to the products that we make.
That all natural piece is really that authentic and that true thing that I think you both bring to this, that true need for taking care of sensitive skin issues is something that you both have that is genuine to you, and it shows in the products that you make for your customers and for the consumers, because it's not something you're just guessing at. You know it from a real true standpoint, and that makes a difference.
Absolutely.
Sounds like that's actually even some of what feeds your passion, knowing that from a first standpoint. I mean, may I ask, what were some of the things like early on before you started making your own skincare? Did you struggle finding things that you needed, and is that part of what kind of led to?
Yes. I know for me, my hair was relaxed most of my life, but I cut all my hair off after I had some health issues, and after going through chemotherapy, it kind of damaged my hair. And then I could not find products that would moisturize my hair and kind of revive it and restore that damage. So once again, I just started putting my own recipes together. And then I said, this works better with that. And this helps with dry skin. This helps restore damaged hair and stuff like that. And that's kind of how it just all fell together.
And for me, I have, my edges are thin. So what I did was I did the research, and I was like, okay, I can, there's carrier oils, there's essential oils that you can actually use to help to grow the hair, make it thicker, fuller, and healthier. So I just started playing with recipes, putting things together and using it over the years, and grew my edges back completely. Full, very healthy. And it was like, this is really working. So
yeah,
it was just very essential.
Yes.
That's a beautiful mission, when you not only find something to help yourself, but to help others. And that just shows. So what are some of the things that, as you have gone on in business, and knows you're newer in business, but what are some of the challenges, or even some of the feedback, some of the positive reviews that kind of make it all worth it?
A lot of the feedback with the essential oil, we have a few customers that have eczema. So they started using, although it is a hair growth stimulator, actually on their skin, and saying how it's very soothing to their skin. It doesn't irritate, it keeps it moisturized, and it really helps with the hair and skin butter You can use it on your scalp. So the feedback is how it just melts into your skin, how it melts into your scalp. It makes your hair very soft, conditioned. You can go into, we've had, clients that have actually been to the beach in the pandemic, yes. But they said going into the water, coming out, your hair is still very moisturized. It's still very healthy, still has its shine to it. It's just the amount of love that we've received with the reviews of how this product has worked in many fashions for a few men that, they said they do not like lotions. They don't like the way it feels on their skin. Yeah. So they've been using the butter on their skin, and they said it just feels so good and so smooth that they actually like using it and are buying it. So this is, it's really good to know that it's reaching everyone.
Yeah, not just women.
Across the board.
Example being my husband. My husband hates lotion. I mean, hates it. And ever since I've been making this butter, he's been going through jars and jars and jars of it, because he uses it head to toe. And, so literally flies through it by the week. I give him a week or so and a jar is done. So the feedback from consumers, from family members, from friends, it has definitely helped us. It has definitely affirmed, okay, yes, we're doing the right thing, but it also let us know, okay, all this hard work, it actually is for something,
Yes.
All the sleepless nights, all the days sitting at your computer for 14 hours researching and, standing in your kitchen, mixing and seeing what works, what smells with this and doesn't work with that. It really let us know, okay, we're doing the right thing for the right reason, and it's actually working for people.
And one of our reviews was the hair growth stimulator, your scalp craves it. And I was like, craves it? Okay. And they was like, yes, fully craves it. Like if you don't put it in after a few days, your scalp craves it. It makes your hair so smooth, so soft. So.
And the funny thing is that was from a guy.
Yes.
It wasn't a female. That was a guy that said that.
That's it's a litmus test. If a man, if men can enjoy the product, approve it, endorse it, and want to, sell it to the next individual, that's a testimony right there.
Okay.
They don't often do that.
Very much so.
So I know we have a little bit of time where we're going to talk about the products in detail, but I did want to at least touch on that. I did see a warning on the site for pregnant and lactating persons, as well as suggestions to test the products before full use. I just want to say, even with that disclaimer, would you please share with the community why this is so important? Because I think a lot of people buy stuff and it's like, oh, it's the miracle, I'm going to go do, and people don't tend to read the fine print or, do any homework.
No, I think it is very, very, I'd say extremely important to always read warnings, disclaimers, ingredients, and even test your products. And I say that from personal experience of having allergic reactions or, trying a product out one day and then I wake up the next day, my eyes are swollen and I'm like, what in the world just happened? And not knowing, oh, it had this one ingredient that I didn't, quite read the whole list of ingredients on, knowing, oh, I'm allergic to that, so that is one of the main reasons that I did that. But a lot of people choose not to read the labels. A lot of people just pick up a product and go. And sometimes it just has to do with, everybody's living a fast-paced lifestyle. But I just wanted people to know to please read our warnings, our disclaimers, our instructions, our ingredients. We do not want any of our consumers to ever have any issues or allergic reactions or anything of that nature. And when it comes to pregnant and lactating persons, I specifically wanted to include a blurb in reference to that because there are several different ingredients, oils, and even techniques that can stimulate early labor, that can, cause issues with lactation for mothers that are breastfeeding, or things of that nature. And I don't want any of those kinds of issues for anyone. So any of our products that, you know, could potentially stimulate early labor or anything of that nature is why we wanted to make sure we put the warnings, the disclaimers, and all of that. And as for patch testing before use, I strongly, strongly, strongly suggest patch testing, at least just, you know, even if it's just a little dot of something that you're trying on your skin. And I strongly suggest it because, like I said before, I've had allergic reactions to even something that said, oh, it was 100% all natural. And then I look and I see, yes, it is natural, but it has just that one ingredient that, you know, for whatever reason, my body is allergic to or reacted to. So like I said, I just wanted to make sure that our consumers understood the importance of that and how important it is to us to ensure their safety. And that's pretty much it.
No, and I appreciate that because at the end of the day, some companies, especially bigger companies, want to sell the product. It's about collecting the cash in hand more than it is about taking care of people. And again, not only are you trying to take care of the hair and skin of others, you know, as well as yourselves, but you're putting those warnings out there and those cautionary pieces that, like, our 40-hour work weeks tend to get in the way of. We're a little too tired to go ahead and do so. Not only is it on the site, but you've said it here too. So it's out there, definitely.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's very important. So like I said, I wanted to make sure that that was put everywhere, you know.
And we appreciate it. With that, planning is always an important piece of business as well. Whether you have a business or a book. So could you please, if you know, if there are any plans for the near future or even a little further off into the future, what are some of the plans for K&D Goddess going forward?
One of the plans for K&D Goddess is to become a household name. We are not just a product you buy online, we are a brand. So we are catering to men, women, and children, and our plan is for our products not only to be online, but also in stores. You know, so we're in the process of making a beard oil and a few other products. I don't want to give too much away because as of January 2021, you know, we'll be putting out some more products on our website for our consumers to buy. And we are just very excited about moving forward and not, you know, and making K&D Goddess a full-on brand for our consumers.
I can hear the service behind the brand. So, I mean, I don't see anything but success for you all because, again, that when you have a brand, it could just be a brand, but that service piece, that making sure people are informed, all of those things are part of that. And that brings anyone in the front door.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So here at Doing the Most Media, we are definitely a community of being connected. We want to, you know, always keep in touch with those who we've crossed paths with always. So even for the community members who are at home watching, haven't maybe seen your site yet, what are some of the social media handles, website, where can they go to access products and, you know, follow more information and look forward at January 2021 releasing stuff?
Right now, you can go to our website, www.thegoddessstore, thegoddessstore.com, thegoddessstore.com. And for all of our new customers and consumers, if you register with our site by entering your name and email, you'll get 10% off of your first order. But that's the website where you can purchase all of our products right now. We're also on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, and I'm working on getting us on Pinterest, and a few other different sites, not 100% up and running yet, but those are the sites that we are 100% already up and running. Facebook and Instagram is the two easiest ways to kind of get in contact with us or follow us just to learn about new products, news. I do post a blog to our website once a week, so you can read our blog posts and just little Q&A information, or even if someone just wants to send us a message and ask a quick question. We're not, you know, that busy where we can't respond. So yes, that's where you can reach us. And as far as contact information, you can email us as well at kandthegoddess@gmail.com. Or you can fill out the contact form on our website in the Contact Us section.
Okay. For anybody who did not catch all that, that's perfectly fine. I will definitely include that in the information, the contact information, email, website. That way you have easy access. You just got to click on the video and follow those comments, and definitely we'll get you right over to K&D Goddess, the Goddess store, so that you can make your purchases and you can do your homework, because that's important too.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I know we do have a little something here at the end. We have a little bit of product discussion, a little bit of 411 and information about the product. So I would like to pass the floor off to Sakinyah.
All righty. Well, for the people that do not, know who we are or have not seen our products, this is what our everything butter looks like. The jar anyway. And this is, a color of what the mango butter looks like. This is our hair growth stimulator. It comes in a dropper bottle. So it's very, very easy to apply and drop onto the scalp, or to just drip into your hand and apply to your hair directly. But I did want to mention something in reference to the hair growth stimulator. It is a hair growth oil, but it has several different purposes. It can be used to promote hair growth, to regrow bald spots, to provide nourishment to your scalp and your hair shaft, which is the hair that's seen above the scalp. Prevent breakage, repair damaged hair, and prevent dry scalp. It's made up of a total of 16 different carrier and essential oils that work well together, that have been thoroughly tested. There are no nuts in this product at all, and it can be used on all hair types, as all of our products can, meaning the butter and the oil can be used on natural hair, chemically treated hair, relaxed hair, protective styles, braids. I just started locking my hair, locks. It can be used on haircuts. I use it on my son, my older son who has a haircut, my husband who has a haircut, and my younger son who has a wild head full of hair. And it can also be used, like I said before, just to add some shine or styling, when styling your hair. And if oils are not your thing, I know there are many people that don't like oils. I strongly suggest trying our everything butter. The everything butter is perfect because it's light. It melts where it still gives you that little bit of oil, but not where it's greasy or it's oily in your skin or in your hair. It absorbs well into your skin. It absorbs well into your scalp. And I think that's pretty much it.
And also the bonnets.
We also do sell adjustable bonnets that are for people with curly hair, short hair, long hair, dreads. You can braids, whatever. You can adjust the size. And for kids, I know some ladies, they like to have their little goddesses in bonnets too. So you can put these on the little ladies as well. And hey, if the guys like it, nothing wrong with that. My son, who has, like I said, a big head full of hair, has definitely tried my bonnet on as well. So that's pretty much it in reference to the products. But both of us wanted to thank you so much for giving us your time, the opportunity, and this platform to speak with you and our viewers and consumers, and just let you guys know about our product
and who we are,
and get our name out there. And we couldn't appreciate you more.
Thank you so much for allowing me to be the person who you brought in with doing the most media and letting us help you share this, because this is an awesome and amazing product. I mean, I've had a chance to smell everything, and everything smells amazing, and that butter, it melts like butter.
Thank you.
I'm glad you liked it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you everyone who tuned in. Be sure, if you catch it on a replay, please just go ahead and post and say, hey, you caught it on a replay, and that's fine too. We want to make sure that, we see everyone who has a chance to see this video and see the playback and get connected in the community. Thank you for tuning in this Saturday morning, and have a good day.
Thank you.
You do the same. Thank you so much.